Good afternoon, Americans. This is your favorite alien here on the afternoon of Wednesday, November 16th, 2022. Sitting in for Paul Harvey this afternoon. Stand by for the rest of the story. Well, I'm pretty sure that Mr. Dyson, like Mr. Paul Harvey before him, would like this one because it should give you Americans cause and pause to think of who you are, what you are, and how deadly you have fallen to the abysmal. This is the story of a man whose troubles landed him in desert for 105 years after his death. Did he deserve what he got? No. And today he's still getting maligned. You don't see that with ancient histories. You don't see Richard III getting maligned today. He is being recognized as a king of England since they found his remains. He wasn't maligned all that much either after Henry the Tudor took over as Henry VII in 1485. Heck, not even James II is maligned as much today, and he got deposed in 1688. Nobody maligns Fidel Castro. He's just falling into history since he passed away. And Gorbachev, he'll be looked at differently in 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. And here on the 159th dedication to the Gettysburg Address by Abraham Lincoln on November 19th, 1863. And the special dispensation that he gave the South on December 1863 when they capitulated 2 years later. And the terms that were allowed and the disgrace after Lincoln got assassinated of the Union Republican, yes, radical Republicans that came in after that. You Republicans are the same as you were in 1865. Disastrous. And don't forget, you had an ally which you hated, and you hated each other, yet he must have hated this guy even worse. But the difference between you Republicans today and the Republicans of 1865 and the one Democrat of 1865, the guy from 1865 had a conscience and had a duty which none of you Republicans today, Republicans then, and the Democrat then. And the rest of the story is this, Americans. Appomattox, 1865, April 9th. General Robert E. Lee, which is maligned today. People take his statues and throw them all over and want to desert him. He wasn't a racist. He never was a racist. But he had a duty to perform to his home state of Virginia and the Confederacy. He didn't give up his citizenship lightly to the United States. There's a duty to perform, and you guys haven't understood what that duty is even today. Are you guys Michiganders? Are you guys Americans? Or what are you guys? You haven't even decided. Robert E. Lee, at the crush of his defeat in 1865, knew that he was done. And he was a man without a country, because he was stripped of his United States citizenship. Yes, You should have told that you in history. He was stripped of his citizenship. He was not an American anymore. Even when he died in 1870, he was not American. So what happened? He was prosecuted like you prosecute Donald J. Trump today. All kinds of witch hunts. Is Donald J. Trump worse than he is? Oh, yes, he is. Robert E. Lee should never have been done that way. He was just fighting for the cause he was. He was a Virginian. Something you guys don't understand. The only one that understood was the ally that he had that saved him from being put into treason, which he stopped the court. But he couldn't save him from the President of the United States, Andrew Johnson, a most disgusting president ever outside of Donald J. Trump, who literally did not give his citizenship back. All other Southerners, most of them got their citizenships back, except for Robert E. Lee. And why? Because he was better than the Union generals outside of this one guy? The guy that was the ally to Robert E. Lee up until he died in 1870. And by the way, he submitted this oath to the United States to President Johnson. Did he do anything about it? No. President Johnson threw it in a box and it got forgotten for 100 years till 1970. And it wasn't until 1975 that the Congress of the United States actually restored the citizenship to Robert E. Lee. To all of you who are messing with him today, I say, shame on you. Because the ally who saved Robert E. Lee when he needed saving was his worst enemy. Yes, General and later President Ulysses S. Grant. And now you know the rest of the story. Does that help you? Hell no. You guys are heading into oblivion anyway. Sitting in for Paul Harvey, and I wish it was the other way around, that the American spirit was up and down. Back up again today, but it isn't. So sitting in for Paul Harvey, this is your favorite alien. Good day.